Hey, what's up guys? So just on my way home from a trip, actually sitting here in the airport, wasn't able to get the video in before I had to leave for the airport, so never thought I'd be shooting a video in the airport. It's kind of weird. People are kind of walking by looking at me kind of funny right now, but I'm very dedicated to speak to you guys every week and stay on top of things. So here we are. Actually not quite sure if I'm gonna be able to make it home very soon. This is what I got to deal with here. So some flights are still leaving, some are delayed, some are canceled. So hopefully by the time you guys see this, I'll be on my way home. In either case, definitely wish me luck. Gonna be traveling a lot. I'll be traveling, I'm traveling this weekend, and then for the next 3 weekends, I'm going to Canada next week. The week after that, the Oki Open, and then going to Junior Nationals the following week. So not gonna be coming at you from the Kilo Cave and for a while. So week 10 of 14 for the Vaughn Weightlifting Masters program. That means that we're 5 weeks out from Masters Nationals. Now some of you guys on the program may not be going to Masters Nationals like I've talked about before. This program is still set to peak for that date. Whether you have a competition or not, you're going to be testing on that day. So week 10 of 14. So you have a pretty heavy opportunity in the clean and jerk in the beginning of the week. We've been doing clusters. We've been slowly progressing up through weeks, and now for the last 5 reps of those clusters, you have the opportunity to go up as much as 95%. As usual, there's a range there. If you don't feel real good that day, like if you don't feel, like that 95% is in there, then stick to the low end and get some good reps in. On the other hand, if you're feeling great, get that 95% in. That's going to be kind of money in the bank. Save it. Don't go over that. We'll have plenty of opportunity to go more than that as we continue to inch closer to the competition. All right. Behind the neck split jerk, those percentages are getting up there pretty good. Depending on the person, a lot of athletes will do more in the behind the neck split jerk than they can front rack. And that's going to be most people, but some people still are better from the front rack. If you're one of those that's better from the front rack and you can't quite hit the percentages of your regular front rack split jerk in the behind the neck, then just keep it lower. I mean, as simple as that. Just keep those weights lower. Maybe cut out the behind the neck sooner on those earlier percentages and just start doing all front rack. Whatever's going to allow you to get in good quality reps, that's always what we want. So don't worry too much about it, and that's going to allow you to get the most out of it that you possibly can. Accessories are still looking a little bit different, and they will continue to look a little bit different all the way up into the competition. And it's all about getting in those major areas that we need on a consistent basis. So I need, especially with 3 days a week, I need you in your front rack as much as possible. I need you with the bar overhead in the bottom of the squat. I need you picking weight up from the floor, and I need you in the bottom of the squat, just in general, whether you've got the bar overhead or not. So just trying to stay on top of that, and those accessories is a good area to help make sure we're filling in those holes. So again, auxiliary is more important. Auxiliary accessory, what do you want to call it, is more important than the extra credit. So make sure you're getting that in over that time-wise. Okay, like we talked about last week. One of the things is going to be a narrow grip overhead squat, and remember that narrow means anything more narrow than your snatch grip. Make sure that you're elevating your heels if you need to, as much as up to about a 15-pound bumper plate, and you can slowly progress down if you can through those sets. Well, you only have 3 sets of that, so you are reading that right, and it is, though, a long, very long 30-second hold in the bottom of that squat. So obviously the weight's going to be low, and that makes it more important that you're elevating your heels or doing whatever you need to hold in that quality position. Okay, and that's on your auxiliary on one of your days this week. You do have a heavy front squat opportunity towards the end of the week. So we went through a long squat program. We've had kind of a little bit of an easier week last week, still kind of progressing up into what's going to be a heavy front squat day towards the end of the week. So have fun with that. Again, there are percent ranges there. If you need to, stay at the low end. If you're feeling good, go after it. Have fun with it. but don't take that as too much of an indication of what the squat program either didn't do or the squat program did do. This is just a fun opportunity to throw that out there at you as we kind of finish the cycle out and head into more of the competition phase. All right, guys. So that's all we have for the week. Again, I'll be traveling a lot over this next month, and be talking to you from just kind of random locations. It'll be a while before I get back to the Kilo Cave, but in either case, I'll be back next week, actually from Canada, to speak to you guys about week 11 of 14. Until then, guys, take care.